connection. You're live now. Comments are not coming.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste. Angela here. Tonight's practice is Vinyasa gentle. So we'll get started by sitting. You can sit comfortably on your heels or cross-legged. For tonight's practice, we'll be using 2 blocks. If you have them at home, you can prepare them. We'll begin our practice just sitting with our eyes closed, sealing our palms in front of our heart center, taking a moment to check inward with our breathing, feeling the flow of the breath. Let the thumbs rest comfortably on the chest bone. And just see if you can begin to take deeper breaths. Slow inhales and slow exhales. Once you feel the connection with your breath, take a moment to create an intention for tonight's practice. Could be something like staying connected to the present moment by focusing on the pose or the breath. Or it could be something completely unrelated to the practice that you're in. You could be sending out energy and love to someone special. Let's begin our practice by interlacing the fingers, extending the arms above the head, letting the palms turn to face the ceiling. Stretch upward from your belly, through the sides of your body, through straight arms. On your next exhale, begin to slowly lean to your right side, getting a deeper stretch down the left side of your body. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale to the other direction. Inhale, return to center, and take your left arm over your right arm. Bring your arms into eagle pose, so stack the elbows. Wrap the forearms and touch the palms together. Begin to slowly lift your arms away from your body, so lift upward. As you lift upward through your elbows, let your shoulders release down, away from the ears. Keep your back straight. Slow, deep breaths. Let's go ahead and begin to change the arms. So just switch the arms. Elbows stack, forearms wrap, palms connect. Begin to slowly lift the arms away from the chest. Enjoying the sensation of a deep breath. Shoulders down as the elbows lift. And go ahead, release the arms. I'll turn to face this way. You can extend your arms forward, let your fingertips touch the floor. Begin to press down so that the palms come close to the ground. Just taking a moment to stretch and open the wrists. You can also walk your hands forward to get into a deeper stretch. Thumbs are on the outside, fingertips face the legs. Now we'll begin to slowly switch. So palms turn to face up, thumbs are now on the inside, wrists are still forward. Gently stretch the front sides of your hands and the tops of your wrists. A few more slow breaths. Begin today's practice on our hands and knees in tabletop position. So place your palms to the floor with your wrists under your shoulders. Open your knees as wide as your hips. Curl your toes under. We'll extend the right foot back. As the right leg goes parallel to the floor, stretch the left hand forward. Take a moment to find your balance. Then on your next exhale, take your elbow in close to your knee. Inhale, extend outward through the arm and leg. Second time, exhaling in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, third time. Inhale. Let's do 2 more. Last one, exhale. And inhale. Hold. A few more moments. And slowly change. Switch sides, left foot back. one we'll hold for a few moments. Really focusing on balancing and breathing. When you're ready to come down, bring your hand and knee to the floor. Walk your hands forward slightly. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Begin to lift the knees. As you draw your hips up, look toward your feet. Shift weight from one heel to the other. Begin to pedal the legs. Shifting the hips from side to side. Creating extension into your spine by drawing the hips upward. Pressing the palms into the floor. Relax the neck by continuing to look toward the feet. If your legs are tight, just soften and bend the knees. Focus more on drawing the hips up, creating extension into the back. As the body begins to warm up, we can start to press through the heels and stretch more down the backs of the legs. On the next inhale, we'll work on our first vinyasa, bringing the shoulders forward over the wrists. Keep the arms straight, legs straight for a few moments. Scoop the tailbone down. Engage the core by lifting the ribs. Bring your knees to the mat, then exhale, bend the elbows next to the sides of the ribs. Chest down, point the toes. Firm the legs, press into the floor. Roll the shoulders down the back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. Push the floor away to open the chest. Exhale, curl the toes and lift back into downward dog. We'll hold down dog each time for 5 slow breaths. Deep breathing. This time, step both feet forward to the top of the mat as lightly as you can. Once you come forward, feet stay open hip distance. Exhale, begin to bow over the legs. Again, bend the knees if you feel restricted. Just let the upper body relax, back of the neck is soft. We'll come to standing soon. On our next inhale, slowly reach the arms above the head. Join your palms as you look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold again, hands return to the mat. Bend the knees, step your right foot back. Bring your right knee to the floor for low lunge. Arms go up on the inhale. This time, fingers interlace, stretching arms straight, arms to the ears. Belly draws up, eyes look forward. Finding balance by putting attention into the sole of the front foot. As you feel yourself deepen your stretch, remember to stay with deep breaths. On the next exhale, we'll bring our right elbow to the outside of our front leg. Hook the elbow, begin to turn your chest toward your thumbs. Curl the toes under, keep the knee to the floor, breathe deep here as option 1. Option 2, slowly press to the back heel. Create a straight line with your back leg. And squeeze the inner thighs closer to the middle of your mat. Draw the belly in as you turn your chest. Holding for a few more breaths. When you're ready to release, bring both hands back to the floor. Step back into downward dog. Deep breaths in dog pose, spreading the fingers. Extending through a long spine, long straight legs, pressing through the heels. Preparing for our second vinyasa, we'll inhale forward to high plank. Firm the legs, scoop the tailbone, lower the knees. Exhale to come down. Inhale, cobra pose. Press through the arms down into the palms. Bending the elbows next to the sides of the body. Exhale, downward dog. Gentle deep breaths. You're ready to step lightly to the top of the mat. Exhale, come back to a forward bend. Inhale to rise, extend the arms. Exhale to fold. Left foot goes back, left knee down for low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Interlock the fingers, but extend the index finger high. Stretch the chest up, pull the belly away from the floor. Begin to create a back bend, deep breaths. You're ready to come out of the pose. We'll move on an exhale, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the front leg. Press the palms together, turn the chest toward the thumbs. Hold here as option 1 with knee to the floor. For option 2, access the strength of your back leg by pressing through the heel. See if you can find balance. Once you have your balance, engage the core, squeeze the thighs in, turn the chest toward the thumbs. Holding for 3, 2. When you're ready to release, look down to the floor, place your hands, step back into dog pose. Deep breaths into the lower part of the belly. When you're ready to flow, our third vinyasa, inhaling high plank, exhaling, lowering the knees, or challenge the shape by keeping the legs straight. Come down slowly. Inhale, cobra, rolling shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, dog pose. Deep breaths. Warming up the body. Full stretch through the arms, through the spine and legs. This time you can prepare to lightly hop or step to the top of the mat. Exhale as you come back to forward fold. Both knees bend, sitting into chair pose. Inhale, draw the arms next to the ears. Straight arms with palms turned in. Sink down as you take deep breaths for 3, 2. Inhale, slowly stand this time. Move your hips forward as you lift your chest high. Keep the legs straight, arms stretch back. On the exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Curl chin toward chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Move your right foot back again, this time to high lunge, keeping the right leg straight. Rising up, front knee stays bent as the arms come again next to the sides of the ears. Fingers interlace. Strong, powerful arms. Strong legs. Back leg straight, lower belly draws away from the floor. We'll move to warrior 2. On the next exhale, spin the heel down, extend the arms into a straight line. Take a moment to check the feet. Front toes face forward, back toes slightly turn toward the front of the mat. Front knee stacks over ankle as arms expand outward from the heart center. Front palm turns up, inhale to reach back, reversing warrior. Rest your back hand behind your knee as you stretch a straight line with your top arm. Deep stretch through the side of the body, front knee stays stacked over ankle. Moving on the next exhale, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left ankle. You can hold here with the arm on the leg, or you can sink the fingertips low. Stretch your right hand up. Fingertips do not have to touch the floor. Just try to keep the shoulders in a straight line, so stack right shoulder over left. Eyes look high to the top hand. Holding for 2 more breaths. We'll be transitioning to a side plank with a modification. Place your right hand to the floor. Under the right shoulder, step the left foot back only halfway down the mat. Bottom leg is straight, bottom foot is flexed. Push down through your right hand. Hold here. If you're strong enough to go into a full plank, bring your feet together. Keep your hips moving away from the floor. Holding, breathing for 2. Coming back to dog pose. Left hand to the floor, hips up. 5 slow breaths. Deep breathing. Prepare to vinyasa. On the next inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, moving back into down dog. Deep breaths. Enjoying the moment, the practice, the fact that we're still all so very connected. You're ready, step or float lightly to the top of your mat. Exhale, come back to forward bend, the feet together. We'll sit back into chair pose. Bending the knees, inhale, arms next to the ears. Strong arms, sitting back through the hips. Holding for 3, 2. On the inhale, move the hips forward, lift the chest high, stretch the arms, straight legs, back bend. Exhale, fold, hands return to the floor. Curl the chin toward the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot back for high lunge. Back leg is straight and strong, front knee is stacked over ankle, arms go over the head. Interlock the fingers, create extension through the sides of your body. Strong legs, extension through the core, through the torso. When you're ready to move, move on your exhale to warrior two. Back heel to the floor, arms extend. Expand the pose outward from fingertip to fingertip. Stack knee over ankle, front thigh parallel to the floor, right palm up. Reach back on your next inhale, reversing warrior. Stretch back for 3. Deep breathing, 2. Moving on the exhale to the side angle. Right arm to the right leg or right fingertip slide to the inner ankle. Left arm moves high. Side body are long, so extend your right underarm forward. Look toward your top hand for 3. Shoulders away from the ears for 2. Side plank transition, left hand goes to the floor. Right foot steps halfway down the mat. Right arm up. Variation is to hold or to step the feet together. As you push down into your left hand, see if you can join the feet. Do the best you can to keep your balance. Left fingertips, bottom fingertips face the front of the mat. Holding for 2. Go back to down dog, use your core. Right hand to the floor, hips draw up and back. Deep breaths for 5. Let's go again for another vinyasa. Inhale forward. Exhale to the floor with straight legs or lower the knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. If up dog, arms are straight, thighs off the floor. Exhale, dog pose. Joining feet together. We'll go to dog split, taking right leg straight up. So the right leg extends high to the ceiling. Keep a long straight line with your right leg. Stretch out through your toes. So do the best you can to straighten your top leg. Push through your arms, press into the palms. Keep internal rotation with your right thigh. On your exhale, begin to move your right knee forward to the space behind your right wrist. As you lower your knee, come all the way down to the floor. Back leg is straight. Back heel is in line with the back hip. Internal rotation with the back thigh. Front foot can move forward till you feel the stretch moving into the hip, into the glute. Once you have your stretch, begin to walk forward, bring the upper body down. We'll stay for 10 breaths. Slow breathing. More deep breaths. Begin to come out slowly, rising up. Returning to dog pose. Curl the back toes under, push the floor as you slide your right foot back. Take a moment, this time shifting weight from heel to heel. Moving hips from side to side. Prepare to vinyasa. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Feet join together. Left leg goes back to dog split. Holding here for a few breaths. Strong arms. Left toes stretch up. Strong legs. Using your core as you transition. Left knee forward behind left wrist. Pigeon pose. Coming down slowly. Take your time. Keep the back leg internally rotated so the back kneecap is on the floor. Front knee is slightly wider than the outside of your left hip. then relax to the floor. Ready to return, return slowly, downward facing dog. Take a moment again, shift weight from heel to heel. Let go of tension from the hips and legs. When you're ready to move, move with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feet back together for dog split. Inhale, send the right foot high. This time, lift your left heel off the floor. Step forward with your right foot. Do the best you can to bring your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Once the foot comes down, lower the knee. Bring your left knee behind your hips. Stay on the palms, or use the blocks underneath the arms. If you're flexible enough to go all the way down, bring both elbows to the mat. Look at the front heel, make sure it's directly below the knee. If you're more flexible in this position, you can bring your foot in front of your knee. Breaths. Chest moving forward, extension through the spine. Try not to round your upper back, send the heart forward, deepen into your stretch. Five more deep breaths. Shift weight from heel to heel. Prepare to move through your next vinyasa. Inhaling high plank. Exhaling down. Inhale to back bend. Exhale, dog pose. Feet together, left leg high for dog split. To get more space, lift your right heel high off the floor. Step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. If you have to use your left hand to move your foot forward, that's okay. Take a moment to adjust your feet. Make sure that the heel is next to the side of the hand. Hold here. Right knee moves behind the hips, deepening into your stretch. Stay on the palms or bring the elbows down onto blocks. If you want to feel a really deep stretch, go all the way down without blocks, so elbows come to the floor. As long as you can breathe smoothly, you can hold. If it feels uncomfortable, if the breath becomes short, come to an option that feels more suitable for your body. Okay, once your elbows are settled on a flat surface, draw the chest forward so that you extend through a straighter spine. And then just breathe, sit with the pose. Feel the sensations of the stretch. Deep breathing. Let's hold for 5 more breaths. And begin to rise up, returning to dog pose. Shifting weight from heel to heel. Reconnecting to a deep breath. Inhale forward to high plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, back bend, squeezing the glutes, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, dog pose. Prepare again, step or hop forward to the top of your mat. Exhale, come back to a forward bend, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs, looking toward the hands. Exhale, come back to fold, hands to the floor, curling chin to meet chest. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the chest forward with a flat back. Bend the knees, move your right leg back, lower the right knee to the floor. We'll go into a half split, straightening the front leg. As you straighten your left leg, you'll lift your toes. Okay, some of you will want blocks under the hands. Others will stay with fingertips to the floor, straight back. If you need a block to keep your back straight, place blocks below your palms. Straight leg, straight spine. If the hamstring is really tight, you can put a softer bend into the knee. What you should feel is a stretch here and also here. If you're more flexible and you're not feeling much of a stretch, you have some options. You can walk your hands or your blocks forward and begin to fold deeper over the top of the leg. If you're still feeling like you want to deepen your stretch, begin to move your left foot forward so you can press forward through the foot as you move the right knee back. Okay, staying with blocks in the hands for support, or you can even place the block underneath your front leg. So many options going into a wider split. We'll stay for 5 more breaths. Deep breathing. When you're ready to come out of the pose, take your time. You can soften the front knee. Set the blocks again to the side, come back into downward dog. Deep breaths to dog pose. Prepare to flow. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, dog pose. This time, join the feet together. We'll go right leg up to dog split. Stretch your right foot high. Lift the left heel again. Move your right foot forward. This time, place it quietly between your hands. Again, if your foot doesn't move forward easily, use your right hand to move your right foot forward. Move your hips back, coming into a half split. Straightening the leg, keeping the back straight, long spine. Feel the stretch in the calf and also into the hamstring. By flexing the foot, you'll bring a deeper stretch into the back of the leg. Once you start to feel you have more space, walk your hands forward, begin to fold over the leg, or begin to separate the space between the feet. Remember to focus on a deep breath. As you deepen your breath, the stretch will come more natural. Start to feel your body more because you'll be more relaxed. You want to go deeper, separate space between feet, keeping your pelvis neutral so your right hip doesn't travel in front of your left hip, it's in the same straight line. Stay for 5 more breaths. Deep breathing. When you're ready to come out of your pose, come out slowly, mindfully. Take your time as you come back to downward dog. Press the floor, slide the foot back. Shift weight from heel to heel. Reconnect to your breath. And begin to flow to your next vinyasa. Inhaling forward, exhaling to the floor. Inhale to back bend. Exhale, dog pose. feet forward to the center of your mat. We're going to come back to a forward bend, this time in the middle of the mat. As your feet stay separated hip distance, you're going to hug the elbows. As your elbows release to the floor, relax the back of the neck so the head is relaxed. Head is soft. Neck is soft. If you need to bend the knees in order to feel the extension and relaxation through the upper body, soften the knees. If you're more flexible, focus on straight, strong legs. Sit bones slightly moving forward, putting a little bit of grip into the feet. So grip the floor with the toes as you lean forward. And switch the way that you hug your elbows. We'll stay for 5 more breaths. Deep breathing. And release the hands to the floor. Roll up slowly to a standing position. As you roll up slowly, on your next deep inhale, send your arms above your head. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. We'll stand in mountain pose for a few breaths. Legs are strong, shoulders are relaxed. Check in with your breath, check in with your intention. We'll be moving through some standing balance poses, so I'll turn to face the camera and I'll mirror you. So as your feet come together, I'll pick up my left leg, but you do your right. So your right foot will go up. You'll place the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Okay, so if this is difficult, if you're feeling unsteady or if you feel any tightness in your hip, you can take your foot underneath your knee. Even toes to the floor is fine. Okay, once you feel stability in your legs, you're going to join your palms at your heart center. Okay, gently press the sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg. And see if your pelvis can become neutral to the floor, so one hip is not higher than the other. So neutral pelvis, knee slightly draws back, shoulders are relaxed, the chest is lifted. Focus on a point in front of you that's still. See if you can find balance. And then bring attention back to your breathing, slow breaths. Some of you may find this really natural. If it feels easy, begin to stretch your arms above your head. As you stretch your arms straight, squeeze your arms around your ears. Feel how your belly and your core lift upward. You can also interlace your fingers if that feels like you have a deeper connection with the extension of your arms. Okay, you can also press your palms together. You can hook your thumbs. Many things you can do, even separating your hands shoulder distance. Think about extension growing upward. Holding, breathing for a few more deep breaths. And the challenging part is to stay in tree pose as you bring your hands back to your heart center. So do the best you can as you lower your hands. See if you can hold tree pose for 3 more breaths. And slowly release your foot back to the floor. We'll roll the toes and ankles on both feet. You can just take a moment, let go of any tension. We'll go into the same pose on the opposite leg. So when you're ready, your feet join together, toes face forward, left foot comes to the inside of the right leg. Anywhere along the leg beside the knee. You don't want to put pressure on the knee, so go under the knee or above the knee. Then make sure the hips are neutral to the floor. Knee slightly draws back, palms join together. Take the tension out of the shoulders. Focus on something that's in front of you that's still. Once you have your focus, be mindful of your breathing. If it's easy, extend the arms. If it's not, stay with your hands at your heart center. Balance just takes practice. The more times you do this, the easier it gets. Extension from the belly, stretch through a long spine, stretch up through the arms. A few more breaths. stay for 3 more slow breaths. When you're ready to release, let the foot go. Roll your toes, roll your ankles. Okay, you can stay facing the same direction. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see more clearly. We'll do eagle pose next. So right arm goes over left arm, elbows are together, just like we did at the beginning of class. See if you can wrap your forearms. So elbows are stacked, forearms wrapped, but if it's possible to join your palms, touch your palms. If your shoulders are tight, just do the best you can. Okay, feet are together, knees bend. We'll sit back with both knees bent. Left leg goes over the right leg. So as you cross your legs, squeeze your thighs together. So both knees are bent. Hips are back. Foot is free or toes hook behind the standing leg. This takes, again, a lot of practice, so if it's not happening right away, if you feel a little bit unstable, bring your toes to the floor. Okay, we'll stay for 5 more breaths. If it's comfortable, if you're feeling easy in the pose, bring the hips back more, slowly lower your elbows, keeping the back straight, 3 more breaths. 2. Good. Release your legs slowly. Come out of the pose with the legs first. Find balance and circle the arms down. Inhale, bring your arms above your head. Look towards your hands. Exhale, swing the arms out. This time we'll bring left arm over right arm. Joining the elbows, wrapping the forearms, touching the palms. Bend the knees, sit back. Right leg goes over left leg. So as you cross your legs, make sure both knees are bent. Many options for the free foot. The toes can touch the floor if you're new to the practice. If you're able to balance easily, foot to the side, or if you have the mobility, tuck the toes behind the standing leg. Keep your back straight. If it's easy, sink a little bit lower to challenge the position. Holding for 5. Deep breaths. We'll release the legs first. Coming up slowly, circle the arms down. Inhale, bring your arms up. Inhale, stretch. This time, keep your arms over your head. Interlace your fingers. Let your palms stretch to the ceiling. Arms are straight next to the ears. Feet are together. We'll do 1 more standing balance pose. Begin to lift your heels. As your heels go up, squeeze your glutes and hug the ribs back. Then full stretch through the body. Focusing on deep breaths. Go as high as you can, keeping balance for 3. 2. Good, heels come down, arms go forward, interlace your fingers the other way. So just switch the hands, push forward, inhale, reach up. As your arms extend, begin to slowly elevate the heels. Squeeze the glutes, engage the core, hug the ribs back for 5. 4, 3, 2, heels to the floor, arms relax. Roll your shoulders a few times down your back. Okay, great job. We'll come down to the floor, so bend the knees, bring your hands down, step your feet back. Come back to dog pose. Take 5 breaths here. We'll be moving into a floor sequence next. So this time when we inhale forward into high plank, we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Exhale, hold here. Okay, as you come down to the floor, bring your chin to the mat, interlace your fingers at your lower back. Extend the arms straight, lift your arms away from your body. If you can, bring your palms together. Begin to lift your chest on your next inhale, taking the shoulders down away from the ears. Chest goes high, arms lift. Add straight legs, feet squeezing together. Lift the chest, lift the feet. 5 breaths. Keep stretching the legs away from the floor, arms up. 4, 3, 2. Release your legs, release your arms, take a short rest, looking to one side. We're going to repeat this pose again. when you're ready, hands to your back, interlock your fingers. Chin to the floor, straight arms. Arms go away from the back. Inhale, chest goes up. Add straight legs. So using your glutes, your abs, your thighs, everything lifts up. Strong shoulders. Strong back for 5. 4, 3, 2. Come down slowly. Look the other direction. Relax the arms. Next one, we'll bend the knees. Reach back with both hands. If your quadriceps are tight and you can only reach one side, I'm going to have you take one side. We're going to do this twice. So if your quadriceps are tight, one arm goes forward, one leg straight. Hold on to the bound side with your other hand. Okay, if you're able to reach both sides, hold the outsides of your ankles. Separate the knees hip distance. Begin on your exhale to kick back. Kick back away from the shoulders. So feet kick into hands. Knees are off the floor. Strong legs. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Relax your feet, look to one side. Let's do the second one. Bend the knees, reach back. Catch the outsides of the ankles. Again, if you're tight, switch sides. Hold one side as the opposite arm goes forward. Begin by separating knees hip distance. Exhale, start to kick strong through your legs. Kick away from the body. Thighs can even come off the floor if you're strong enough. Kick the knees up, thighs off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come down slowly, release, relax. Let's go back into child's pose. So palms to the floor, knees stay down. Knees open, toes touch. Extend the arms forward, head to the mat. Breaths in child's pose. Come up slowly. We'll come onto our knees for camel pose. So we'll move into another back bend. As you come to your knees, curl the toes under so the feet are flexed. We'll do this one as well 2 times. Okay, so first step is to look at your knees. Make sure your knees are as wide as your hips. So if your knees are close together, it's going to be more difficult for the lower back. So put more distance between the knees, especially if you have any lower back issues. Okay, then the thumbs go to the inside of the lower back. Begin to roll your shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades in as you lift your chest upward. Gently press forward through your hips, but keep your chest high. This is option 1. Holding here, opening up the front line of the body. Squeeze the glutes gently to move your hips forward. Option 2, reach back for one heel, and then slowly for the other. As you keep your chest lifted, lift your lower belly. Head is free to be wherever it wants. You can look forward, look up, or look back. Taking a few more breaths. When you're ready to come out of camel pose, you'll bring your hands back to your waist. Slowly sit back into child's pose. Hips over heels, arms stretch forward. Do one more camel pose, back onto the knees. Curling toes under. If that was really easy for you, you can challenge the pose by bringing the tops of the feet to the floor. Okay, so option 1, toes curled under. Option 2, feet are flat. Thumbs start at the lower back, shoulders roll down the back. Squeeze and hug the shoulder blades in. Take your chest up. Push forward through the hips. Hold here or reach back for the heels. Chest stays high. Relax the neck. Don't let your hips travel towards your feet. You want your hips to move away from your feet. Squeeze and hug the shoulder blades in. If the shoulder blades don't come in, it's difficult to reach for the feet. When you're ready to come out of camel pose, take your time, return your hands to your waist. Slowly come up with hips coming down over heels. Relax the arms. 5 breaths in child's pose. Come to the seated position, bringing your feet forward. I'll turn to face the camera. So with your feet forward, your legs are going to be straight. If you have any tightness in your legs or your back, you can sit on 1 or 2 of your blocks. Okay. Once you're seated on your blocks, lift your toes. Inhale, extend your arms, stretch your arms above your head. Exhale, start to bow forward, reaching for the outsides of your feet. As you reach for the outer edges of your feet, try to relax the back of your neck as you fold over your legs. Some of you might find this really easy. If you're more flexible, you can also bring a block in front of your feet and interlock the hands again. If you're less flexible, you can bend the knees and reach for the sides of the feet, or you can take a towel around your feet and slowly fold from here. A few more breaths. And inhale to reach the arms next to the sides of the ears. Exhale, bring your hands back to the floor. You can stay on your block if you need to. Take the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Front toes are lifted. Inhale, extend the arms. Keep a long spine as you exhale. Bow forward, reaching for the foot. You can relax your arms next to your leg, or you can hold the foot. The most important thing is that you're feeling a stretch in the back of your leg. Once you feel your stretch, try to relax with a slow, deep breath. And to rise up, inhale, slowly stretch the arms next to the ears. Exhale, change legs. Sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale, fold the body. Chest extends forward. Try not to round too much into your upper back. Keep your back straight. Even if it means compromising the fold, you can also hold here. Once you become more flexible, you'll be able to fold deeper, bringing your upper body closer to your front leg. Three more breaths. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Take your block to the side. Okay, and we'll bring our legs forward for one core exercise. We'll do boat pose. So I'll show you 3 variations. Variation 1 will be hands under the knees, back straight, feet lifted so the shins are parallel to the floor. Okay, so this is the easier option, chest is lifted. Option 2 will be to straighten your arms and keep your chest lifted. Feet are staying together. Option 3 is to see if you can straighten your legs, keeping your legs squeezing together. We'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, cross your shins, hug your knees to your body. Take a few more breaths before we move into our second boat pose. Okay, option 1, support the hands under the legs. Option 2, straight arms, chest lifted. Option 3, straight legs. Really feel your quadriceps engage, squeeze in, lift the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, cross the shins, hug the legs in. Last one, number 3, when you're ready, option 1, 2, or 3, 10 breaths. So the head of the arm bone plugs into the shoulder socket, chest is lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, cross the shins, hug the knees, take a few breaths. And slowly relax your legs forward, we'll go onto our back. So if you have a block, I want you to bring it down to the floor with you. Once you get down to the floor, keep your knees bent, lift your hips up, place your block directly below your pelvis. Relax the weight of your hips onto your block, so feel the block in a place that's comfortable. If you really want your block higher, you can adjust your block to the highest height. If you have any pain in your back, you can take it low. Okay, then from here, extend your legs so that your feet go to the front of your mat. Relax the core of your body, which is your belly and your thighs. So relax here through the center. Relax the arms. Even close your eyes. Bend the knees, take your block out, hips down to the mat. Hug knees to chest. Rock your legs from side to side. We'll move into a twist. Left leg wraps over right leg, eagle legs, knees turn to the right side. See if you can move the outer edge of your left hip to the center of your mat. That'll help you get into a deeper stretch. Place the right hand on top of the left knee as your left arm stretches out to the side. So the left hand is in line with the left shoulder. Try to relax into the shape. Deep breaths. Change our legs, come up slowly, switch your feet, so right leg over left leg. Lift your hips up, turn onto the outer edge of your bottom hip. Then extend the right arm out, bring your left hand on top of your right knee. So 5 breaths, softening into your twist. Deep breaths. Gently unwind the twist for Savasana, relaxation pose. For Savasana, straighten both of your legs. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Separate your arms away from the sides of your body with your palms facing upward. Close your eyes. Relaxing the entire body. Feel the breath gently flow in and out of your body. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Extend your arms next to the sides of your ears, taking a wall-to-wall stretch. Bend both of the knees, gently turn onto your right side. Rest on your side for a few breaths. Gently begin to make your way back to a seated position. We'll close our practice, sitting cross-legged, folding the palms at the heart center. In honor of our efforts and practice and ability to stay connected, we'll bow our heads forward. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining this evening's class. I have a Vinyasa 2 class coming up in 15 minutes on my personal account, which is Angela Lohse Yoga. Hope to see you all on the mat again very soon. Stay positive, stay healthy, and stay happy.